Amen.
Hold on a minute. Are there any questions? Anybody wants to ask?
When I used to work at Exxon, when I was I want to give you guys the opportunity to say, personally, I think this is not a good idea, right? I am against the curfew because I really think that it's going to cause more problems. Just don't let me harass my cops. They're going to harass young people every day now. That's just going to make more problems than they should be, even while they are now. Just go home, everybody. I feel like that's something about our freedom. That is the person telling us when you need to come in and when you should go out. I really think that's a good idea.
A lot of violence happens every day, and if you can't stop the violence every day, it's just going to get worse. And like, if you don't give us the opportunity, if you don't take something from us that made huge pressure that you're not doing what they do, then there's no need for the curfew, it's just going to get worse. If you, like, if there was more parents out there that hear how the kids are going, what they're doing, and homework, it's going to have a chance to get in trouble.
And indicated to us whether you're for it or against it. But one of the things that I want to challenge you with is when you come up here, please think about a solution. Come up here and give us some solutions to the problem. Tell us how we can better help you, not just by not enforcing the curfew or reversing the curfew, but what are some of the ideas, what are some of the things you would like to see in your city? Thank you.
Do you think a solution would be to the problems that we're having with the youth violence in our community? What would you like to see happen in Haven that we as the Board of Aldermen can help put in place?
My name is Sheree Saunders, and I live at 607 Elm Street, and I'm for this law, and because I think that, 10 o'clock is an appropriate time for you to be in the house on school night, like Geraldine said. And another solution could be a job. If people have something to do during the day productively with their time and stop hanging around on the street corners doing all that stuff they're not supposed to do, it wouldn't be a lot of this violence. A lot of these people out here really don't have much to do. They don't have a lot of people to look up to. But if you guys just provide any kind of money or something like that for a job or something, anything, I would work. And a lot of people out there would have something to do productive with their time.
Have you at any time applied for a job, or are you aware of an avenue to apply? This information that came up in the last year, and maybe that one to break down the system is that you aren't aware of how to go about applying for a job. And so, have you applied for a position anywhere, or have you been made aware of how to go about doing it?
I've applied for certain shows, every little convenience store around my neighborhood, yes, and I'm trying to find time, so I got into the student government. I'm the president of my sophomore class here at Fieldhouse. So I'm doing something. I'm trying to help the other people of my age. So I think that if we have a job, something else that they can do. Because I'm here every day after school trying to help other people. I'm not here for myself, So I've applied for jobs, but I do the student government because I haven't had a job, so I'm doing something. So
that's wonderful. We appreciate that, but we think that one step in the process may need to be an outreach to the students so they know how to apply, what jobs are available, and really engage them, and that may be a missing link.
Well, another thing that a job, when you apply for a job, if you are accepted for that job, they'll have a program there already to tell you what to do. They already have that.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'm Stephen Hardy. I'm 18. I'm looking good. All right. Yeah, I'm Stephen Hardy. I'm 18. I'm a senior at Hill House. I live on 11 Longcrest Road. And I am against the curfew, but what I do think what the police officers should do is like just have a week where people can just turn in guns, no questions asked, just to get more guns off the street if they want to decrease violence in New Haven. You know, like with the curfew, like Tamika Brock said, it's not going to do anything but cause unnecessary confrontations between police and the youth of the city. That's what it is.
What would you envision as positive ways for the youth to interact with the police that don't exist now? Are there avenues where you could envision you working with the police department being more active with the youth that aren't there?
Okay, like if the police work just do this like after school?
Exactly. I mean, any initiative that has involved students working with the police officers doing more engaged in the community.
For that, you have to, you know, kind of sweeten up that deal. You got to actually offer the students something, you know, like maybe college credit or volunteer work, you know, volunteer hours.
My name is Shanice Johnson, 115 Sheffield Avenue, and I'm a student at Hill House High School. And I'm against for the curfew due to that a lot of these kids now don't have anything to look forward to. They don't have a future. Like, they go to school, come home, and that's it. If you give them a curfew to be in the house at 10 o'clock, that's not going to do anything but push the violence level up more. They're going to get in trouble, they're going to get in violence at 8 o'clock in the morning on their way to school, 4 o'clock coming home from school. So really, to give them a curfew at 10 o'clock doesn't mean anything. The kids that don't listen now, they're not going to listen then. When the policemen come outside to arrest them, they're not going to care because their future is going to jail. That's all they have to look forward to. So I think you should take the money. I think you should take the money and go and get some extracurricular activities. Like myself, I'm in lots of things, so I know I won't be on the streets. I find rides home, so I won't be on the streets. Give these kids something to look forward to. Give them after school programs. Give them things that interest them. You can't just say, okay, be in the house at 10 o'clock, that's it. You don't be in the house, you get in trouble. They're going to be like, okay, well fine, I'm going to get in trouble regardless. I'm going to beat him up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to fight her at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. As long as I'm in the house at 10 o'clock, I don't have anything to look forward to. So I think it doesn't matter.
Appropriate solution is if say we don't enforce a curfew like we haven't been enforcing for all this time. We have not enforced this curfew. There has not been a curfew enforced in New Haven for a very, very long time. I believe since it's been enacted back in the 1920s. I'm asking you as an alderman of the city of New Haven, how can I help you find what you need to do that's going to occupy your time to the degree of which you will not be out on the street at those hours so that you're not involved or that some other people will not be involved in some of the activity that's going on. How can we help you? What is it that we can put in place for you, as you, to help you not be involved in things? As a clarification, you, everybody here, this is a discussion about everybody. This is not personal to you, but it is personal to me because we are the ones that are we love you. We don't want to see any more killings. We don't want to see any more in place, and what those things are.
I say, well, giving us a curfew is not doing it. Like, show us that you care. Give us a future so we can know that there's something beyond being on the streets. There's something beyond being in trouble. There's something beyond violence. I say, give us something that interests us. Give us, I don't know, activities, study hall, math programs, more sports, things. Kids, there's lots of kids out here that have talent, that can sing, dance. Give them more things where they can show and express their talent. Express all that anger and violence through music and love.
To further clarify, what sort of things that we can put in place during those hours? Like, we know that people are up, late at night. I mean, is there anything that we can do during the hours of 8, 9, 10 o'clock that we can put in place late night so that young people will not have to be out on the street?
write, express their poetry that they have, like, what else? Open up a movie theater for young children. Like, there's a movie theater downtown, but there's nothing really to interest African American young children. Thank you.
My name is Hakeem Antrim. First, I'd like to thank the board for allowing the youth of Hill House to come and express ourselves. I'm also against the curfew. I mean, I understand that the fact that at late times at night, if the curfew is inducted, that police officers would have to patrol the streets to make sure that that goes through and that the kids are in the house by a certain time. As a working teenager, I also pay taxes, and I would not like to see my taxes going towards paying police officers. I understand they got a job to do and they need to get paid for it, but I think that money could be put to better use. I believe that, like, put it this way, on Winthrop and Whaley, there's a big wide open space between Whaley Pizza and a little tiny plaza that has a Jamaican store, a gospel CD place, and the income tax place. That space could be used for something. On the corner of Edgewood and Orchard Street, there's another open space. Up the hill, but on the border between New Haven and West Haven, there's what used to be the Forest Theater. That place has been there since I was a child. It's closed down now. And what I noticed as a person is that the crime rate went up when things and more things started getting taken away from our youth. What I think is, most of the youth here, we enjoy doing a lot of things that everybody else does. We like going skating, we like going bowling, we like going to the movies. All these things are in other cities, so we have to travel across town or to other cities that's almost into another state to go enjoy these things. These things could be put into New Haven, so we ain't got to worry about that. These things can be put into New Haven so that as soon as we get out of school, we do our homework or go to our after-school program. Yo, homeboy, you want to go down the street to the skating rink, or you want to go bowling, you want to go watch the movies, whatever, and we don't have to get into a car and drive 30 minutes to a theater in another city. These things could crack down on the crime within our city.
Any questions? Thank you for coming tonight. I have one question for you. How do we reach the gentlemen that are out on the streets? I mean, I see you every day at school. I know that you would participate in any kind of program we could provide for you. How do we go after some of the young men that are out on the street that seem to want to be out on the street more than they want to be anywhere else? What can you do to attract them?
Well, the places we do go and the times we are outside, the same way people can advertise parties and different things for adults to come and do, they can advertise it for the youth. They can put stuff on poles, they can put it inside the clothing stores and restaurants. Come here and enjoy yourself, and I guarantee you, people will come. Kids get shot at night, that's just the kids. You won't be putting the crime rate down on adults that's getting a shot at night. They don't have to be in the house by 10 o'clock, we do.
Tasha Williams, Sheila Tucker, and Ronnie Buckets.
My name is Tasha Williams. I live at 83 Sheffield Avenue, Hookers Select Section. Totally, me, I'm against the whole youth curfew thing. As far as from what every youth up here that came up here so far said, people that be getting shot or beat up or jumped or anything happen in broad daylight. Just because by having a 10 o'clock curfew isn't stopping much or isn't going to change much. So what I think, if you want anything to do, I heard about the CT Ride program, but that's not going to help either. By giving kids that own guns a $200 gift certificate is not going to last. Because the kids that own guns are about 13, 14, 15, up to like 18 years old. And believe it or not, I saw them myself in school, outside of school. It's not stopping. So I think you can have activities that can keep kids busy, because just like Akeem said, y'all shutting, like, the New Haven is shutting down everything kids wanted to do. Like, it's the NAACP meeting. that I guess Mr. Scott X been trying to have youths come into so they can get out the streets, but they're not participating because we're not broadcasting it more. But I think, like, well, for me being in school, and since being that we've been talking about it since the beginning of this week, I had Reginald Mayo as somebody to read about, and so far as I'm saying, he's against it too, because it's not doing anything but making cops more happy and exciting to harass the kids in the pavement. And I see it every day of my life, walking to school, walking from school, just by sitting on my porch. I see about 9, 10 cop cars outside for 3 boys that's just chillax, sitting on the corner, doing nothing. By doing up on the corner, just sitting there, having fun with their boys. Or friends, period. It could be girls, because they used to do it to me when I was younger too. Cops would just come up to them, tell them to put their hands behind their back, search them, and couldn't nothing be going on. So by having a 10 o'clock curfew, it's making cops more exciting to harass and bother the kids more. And I don't think that's fair to us, because that's really unfair, because that's like you're stopping everything for us to do by having a curfew. And it's not stopping the killing, the violence, nothing. Because people that got killed, as of you said when it first started, or the people that got shot this week, it didn't happen at 10. It didn't happen at 9:59, 9:58. It didn't happen at 10:01 or 10:02. It happened in between 4 and 8 o'clock. You can't do nothing by that, because as long as it's getting dark outside, there's nothing, like, as long as it's getting dark outside, curfew has nothing to do with that. And by having a curfew, kids aren't really gonna listen, because they're gonna figure, oh, these aren't my parents, I don't have to listen to them. My mother didn't tell me I couldn't stay outside till after 10. I'm sitting outside on my porch. I'm not bothering nobody, so it really doesn't matter. That's what's gonna go into the kid's head, not by no 10 o'clock curfew. And I guess that's all I have to say. But really, my solution is activities, other than the TT Ride program. Yes.